Hello and welcome to today's live training, which is a kind of a little bonus training for you. And two things that I want to bring to your attention first of all is hopefully you have seen the C archetypes training that I did last week. If you missed that, it was for the big training for the May reset. If you missed that, don't worry, it's in the guide section, one of the guide section of this group. If you can't find it, message me and I'll send you the link. So watch that, because that will introduce you to the C archetypes. So if you're swimming around, spinning around in circles, navigating this stop-start day one never-ending drinking cycle, and you really want to get to alcohol freedom or sugar freedom, you want to end the spirals, then these archetypes will really help you to see where you are and how you can flow through them so that you can meet your wellness tree, you can root into who you really are. And then the second thing to share with you, if you haven't heard, is that the next reset is June the 2nd, Monday, June the 2nd. I've got an event posted in the group, so go ahead, join that event and you won't miss anything because you will be notified. So without further ado, let's crack on with today's mini training, which is all about sort of a toe dip style into making a stay sober plan. Now, if you don't resonate with the words sober or AF, alcohol freedom, you could call it soul freedom. It doesn't matter what it is. Maybe for you, you're working on sugar freedom. You've got the alcohol piece sorted, you're not drinking anymore, but now you're noticing that you're eating more sugar and it's becoming a real problem. So whatever resonates, call it what you want. But I'm just going to use stay sober because it's easiest. I kind of flick between words. So just find what works for you. Now, I've just got notes here as well, which is why I'm looking down. So whether it's 3 days, it's 3 weeks, 3 months, a year, or a lifetime thing that you're wanting to create where you're not drinking, you need a plan. You need to have a plan. Sobriety isn't just about willpower, it's a lifestyle structure. And this lifestyle structure is fitting into a day, and every day builds upon itself. Now, without a plan, you're going to be drifting, you're going to be floating, you're going to be hijacked by your mind, by doubt, by fear, by distraction. So we need to have a plan in place, because the body, the mind, likes to go back to what is familiar, back to what we've taught it, back to those patterns that you're desperately trying to break. And this isn't about being perfect. No, it doesn't work, and there's no such thing. So it's about being prepared, and you have to welcome messy, imperfect, forward action. So step number 1, we've got 6 essential things that you need to build your stay sober plan. So we're creating the plan first and then we're building it. Your stay sober plan is something that comes with you as you grow, and it's not going to stay the same. It's going to change, as you get your feedback from the lessons that you're learning on your journey, okay? So the very first step is to know your why. Now, if you haven't got a pen and paper, then grab this now. You can pause the video if you're catching up on replay, but it's really important to write these things down and that you start having some kind of a plan in place. So we're starting at the root of our plan. And this is where we start on the wellness tree with my methodology I use with my clients. I'm going to be sharing toe dip styles of this in these resets. So we're going to the very first root of our wellness tree. So watch last week's video if you haven't seen it, about the sea archetypes, swimming in the sea, spinning in the circles, feeling lost, drifting, like you're wanting to grab hold of your anchor. You're wanting to grab hold of safety so that you survive. This is what we want to do. We're now in this place where we are needing to create some hope for ourselves. Some hope, some kind of process, some kind of strategy, some kind of path to navigate change. And this is where the wellness tree supports us perfectly. And the first root, imagine this first root hanging down to catch you like a welcome hand. This is your first root. This is your why. And it's like, here I am, tell me, why is this important to you? So the questions to ask yourself, and I really encourage you to just, carve out maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes, really give this some attention, because this is so key. We're not going to be able to move forwards if we don't know why we're doing it. So why do you want to be alcohol free? Now I want you to go underneath this question. I want you to dig underneath this and be open to exploring with yourself. Okay, cast away judgment, shame, blame. We don't need any of that. We're just being curious. We're just diving in, going beneath and asking the next question: how is drinking impacting your health, your relationships, your work, and your emotions? And what is it costing you spiritually? What is it costing you financially? What is it costing you in terms of your energy? And how are you not able to show up fully, authentically, truthfully as you? What is this costing you? Because it's expensive. It's a debt. It's an energetic debt. So we want to get clear in, right, it's not nice to look at this. It doesn't feel comfortable. But we have to just take the blinkers off and just really get laser focused on, let's look at the facts. Let's look at this. Because life is precious. We don't want to waste any more time, any more energy, any more money, any more stuff. It's all precious. Our health is precious. Now, this pain wrapped up in this little package becomes our fuel. Okay? And this is where we begin in Soul Wealth Academy too. We take this package and we're like, right, I'm really clear that this doesn't serve me anymore. This doesn't serve me anymore. I am ready to stop negotiating with these old patterns, and I'm ready to now transform this into positive change, into where I want to go. And that brings us into step 2, which is mapping out your vision. So if the why is at the root, the vision is the light that we're shining on this, and we're going towards this light. So this is where we're tapping into our new identity now. And I want you to really think about who you're wanting to become. So who is the alcohol-free version of you? And what does she believe? What does she choose? What does she wear? What habits does she have? What does she say yes to? And we're not waiting for this perfect person to show up. We're starting to build her now in baby steps. It's brick by brick. It's piece by piece. And it's habit by habit. And this is the big identity work that I love to do with my clients, we go really deeply into this and really sit with your journal and just, if anything was possible, if you could create anything, if you could create, you know, the next 90 days to be the healthiest, soul wealthiest version of yourself, what would that look like? And take it big, take it really expansive. Like if you were planning an entire lifestyle upgrade for you, your health, your business, your relationships, your home, if anything was possible, what would you be doing? I want you to get really specific, really map out this vision. If there were no limits, if time wasn't an issue, if money wasn't an issue, how would you be spending your ideal day? What would light you up? What would just make you feel so good inside? What would be your dream life that you'd love to build? And these are the roots of our Stay Sober plan. Because it's not about the alcohol, it's not about the sugar. We're diving deep into these roots to really get in touch with you, with your soul. And when you start living this way, when you start choosing conscious, intentional choices, when you start creating the habits and the rituals that are aligned with you living in this way, you get more confident. You take your power back. You see your progress adding up. You see the sober days building, which gives evidence to your brain, your rewiring, and you see that actually I can do it, and actually I can choose to say no to that drink because I don't need it, because I'm learning to sit with discomfort. I'm learning to stretch into my edges, and actually it feels really good. There's no tiger around. My brain may be screaming at me that it's not safe, but it's okay. Nothing is happening. I can do this. And this leads into the third step, which is really building these soul-aligned habits. And your plan needs anchors, and I call these anchor habits, which comprise of daily rituals, rhythms, and routines. So think about things like having a morning ritual, having a morning check-in with yourself, having an evening wind-down routine, creating sacred spaces in your day to come back to you. And don't underestimate the power of small. There is so much power in small. And it's like having that compounding effect, repeating doing the same things every day and noticing what effect that starts to have on your mind and how you feel inside. And this is starting to shape your new identity. Now, it's not just about mindset. Mindset is only 20% of this journey. The rest is embodiment, and it's teaching the body the new way. Teaching the body it's safe. This is the new way, and the body needs to learn that safety and peace is perfectly possible without alcohol or sugar. Now, it's taken me years to get to this point where I know this. I know this, I feel this, I live and I breathe this. This doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen in a few months. It's a healing journey. So we have to have patience. But step 4 is absolutely crucial to help you with this, which is using your tools. And in Soul Wealth Academy or one-to-one with me, you'll learn the actual specific somatic tools that we learn with the body. There's free tools as well online that you can look at, YouTube videos and things. Tapping is an example, EFT. And free tools are everywhere. But the thing with tools is they're not going to work unless you use them and you stay consistent with them. And this is why I am a firm believer in accountability and also experimenting, exploring what tools and things work for you. So my top 3 most core tools, my power tools that I would recommend to you is, first of all, the breath. And I'm not talking about fancy breath work, although that is amazing. That's a whole other rabbit hole you can go down. For me, I have just only ever used long, deep breathing and just, holding the breath for like 5 seconds on the in-breath, and just, this is the fastest way to reset your nervous system. It's the fastest way into the body to bring us into the present moment. You also want to be doing mindset check-ins, so just check your thinking. What are you thinking? How are you thinking? And are you feeding that thought? Is it running away with you? What thoughts are you feeding? Is it leading to cravings? Yeah. So if you haven't had my cravings guide, I have a free cravings guide. Let me know, drop a comment below, cravings guide, and I will send that to you. And then the third thing is journaling. Having a space where you can brain dump, where you can just release, and also specific journaling, like asking yourself really powerful questions and things. There's lots and lots of other tools, there's shaking, somatic shaking, there's meditations, there's guided rituals, there's just a whole heap of stuff. And then step 5, you want to plan ahead for triggers. This is key. And this is one of the things that used to take me down so many times, is that I didn't plan ahead. And suddenly I'd get taken down by this big trigger. So habits are one thing going on here, and then triggers are another, which can just suddenly kind of hijack all of our good intentions. So you need to be able to anticipate them and think ahead of time. So know your triggers first of all. Know when you would usually drink. Maybe it's 4 p.m, 5 p.m, the wine witch starts whispering. Think about what people, times, emotions, what would particularly spark the urge, and what new rituals can you put here instead. Now, step 6 is you want to plan for when life gets messy, when things pop up out of the blue, when you're out of routine. Now, these are things like illness, stress, divorce, navigating difficult relationships, grief, going on holiday, celebrations, client wins, having amazing days in your businesses. These are the kind of big emotions that we need to be able to hold and navigate through. This is a really core piece of the work I do with my clients. And you want to have go-to non-negotiables to support you through this. You want to have kind of emergency rules. What do I do if this thing happens? And you want to have these key pieces in place. So knowing what you will lean into to support you. And this doesn't mean, in sobriety, that life stops and it's like, oh no, I can't possibly focus on that right now because I'm navigating this thing. I hear this, so many people say, I can't possibly focus on not drinking right now. I need to have the drink to get me through this really challenging situation. No, it's only going to make everything worse. Trust me, I know this. This is an opportunity, a big, powerful opportunity for us to sit with that and to go through that, because this is how we grow and we heal, and we're living fully, we're living authentically. And yes, we can get support, we can use our tools, and we learn and we grow, and this is what makes us stronger. This is what builds the emotional resilience. And so your Stay Sober plan is kind of your soul map, and it's not rigid. It's alive, it's changing with you, it's evolving with you. But the version of you that's staying free is like, she's not winging it. She's choosing it. She is showing up every day with laser focus, knowing the specific habits and rituals, and these are simple things, they don't need to be complicated, but these are the things that keep you on track. You need to be committed to doing this. You need to be disciplined. You need to make sure it feels good, that these are the actual things that you want to do, or you're just not going to want to do them. And you need to be able to bring yourself back if you're, they use the term wobbling off track. I used to say this all the time. This is part of the journey, and it's ditching the emotional drama that goes with that and the beating ourselves up, because that's wasted energy. So we're bringing that along and saying, no, this is all part of the journey. Let me see how swiftly and quickly I can get back on track, get back into my laser focus, and keep on keeping on. So let this training be the moment that you stop drifting and you stop spinning in circles, and you decide to commit to you, to being the free version of you that you want to be, to end these cycles, to break these patterns, to stop drifting, to get committed, and to root in. Now, if you want any help with this, send me a message. I love to help in the DMs, and I'm more than happy to give you some pointers. I have some free resources. If you want to find out more about working with me and how I can help for deeper support, message me or go to the website, thewellnesstree.uk. Everything's on there that you need. And yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you again soon. Make sure you come to the June reset, because we're going to be talking about how to navigate the summer season. The sunny weather, the pub gardens, barbecues, when people are drinking all around you, the sun as a trigger. How do I do this? You're going to love this. We're going to do this together. Now, I also want you to use this as the community that I am designing it to be. It's your private space. Please feel free to post. Feel free to private message me, share your wins, share your celebrations, share your successes, share your struggles as well. What are you wanting support with? How can we help each other in this? Okay, so get visible, don't hide, don't be a lurker. I want to see you, I want to connect with you, because when we connect, things happen, things unlock, we inspire, we motivate, we realise we're not alone, and community is key. That's another big part of our plan, is having community. I love you so much, take care, and I'll see you again soon.